And I guess old habits die hard, you know. Being a former flight attendant, she wouldn't even begin her descent until Frank was in the fully upright and locked position. But I got to give you the latest wrinkle on this story. You know, the woman had Frank Gifford set up. I'm not saying what he did was right. But it seems this woman hired these photographers to, like, hide, wherever they hide cameras, and take pictures. Unbeknownst to Frank, she took these pictures and then sold them to the Globe for $75,000. That's pretty sleazy, pretty sleazy. Guess the woman's name is Susan Johnson, and she spells Susan with a Z. You know, Frank should have known right there. Like Jennifer Flowers, remember her with Clinton? Jennifer, she spelled that with a G. Susan with a Z. Guys, here's a tip. If you ever meet a bleach blonde with a good body who can't even spell their own first name properly, get the hell out of there, okay? Just get out, get out. It's nothing but trouble. Nothing but trouble. And poor Kathy Lee, you can tell she's trying to avoid this whole subject. Like today, she asked reporters if they had any questions about her sweatshops. You know, so I And here's another one. Oh, did you hear about this? This is unbelievable. Sportscaster and NBA announcer Marv Albert, isn't he with us, NBC? Look, NBC's going, has been indicted on charges of sexually assaulting a woman in a Washington, D.C. hotel room. Apparently, he was trying to get her to say, yes! But apparently she didn't go for it. Couldn't get her to say, yes! Actually, the good news for Marv Albert is he has a character witness. The bad news, that's Frank Gifford. So I don't know. I don't know. You know, let me ask you something. What is going on? Frank Gifford, Marv Albert, what is happening in sports? Is this some kind of senior sex tour they got going on? Do you ever think you'd see the day when the best behaved man in all of sports would be George Steinbrenner? Suddenly he's like, oh. Even Dennis Rodman is saying, you know, you guys are bad role models. You know, you're ruining it for the rest of us. Oh, it looks like they're getting tough at the White House, cracking down under this new administration policy. Listen to this. Anybody invited to sleep over at the White House has to pass a background check now. Make sure they are not under investigation. That's the rule. New rule, if you are under investigation, you cannot spend the night in the White House. So, more bad news for Hillary. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. More bad news. Jeez. Nothing but trouble. Nothing but trouble. And President Clinton announced this week he is giving most favored nation status to China, which is fair. I mean, that's the nation that's giving him the most favors, so why not? You know, it seems to me, sure. Hey, guy shows up with a suitcase full of cash, why not? And Pentagon officials say they want to reduce the size of the armed forces. You hear about this? They're talking about closing some military bases. You know, it's very difficult to close a military base because, you know, most people don't want these sex offenders moving into their neighborhoods, you know, so you have to be careful. Yeah, you can't do that. Big problem, you know, you say, hey. But today, the entire city of Los Angeles celebrates an event that only comes around, what, I guess about once every 7 or 8 years. Cher's birthday, so happy birthday. You know, it only happens every 7 or 8 years. Here's a piece of history. See what you know about history. Anybody know what happened today in 1530? No. Henry VIII beheaded his ex-wife, Anne Boleyn, and suffered no legal consequences. Well, or as O.J. calls it, the good old days. Oh, yeah, boy, I tell you. Yeah, those were the times. Yeah, the good old days. Yeah. Here's something I was thinking about today. I don't know about this one, Cal.
What was that, Jay?
I wondered, when Barney the dinosaur goes to see the new Jurassic Park movie,
Right.
does he root for the people or the dinosaur? Well, there's a lot of hostility, you know.
I often thought about that myself,
Yeah,
Jay.
well, so great minds think alike. And this summer, listen to this, I'm very excited. I talked about this last night. There's going to be yet another Free Willy movie. Free Willy 3. Third one. This whale has been captured and released more times than Martin Lawrence. This is unbelievable.
Watching Jay,
I'm gonna be careful walking to the car tonight. I got Frank Gifford, I got Martin Lawrence. What are you pointing?
you got this brother right here.
You got...
He didn't dig the Martin Lawrence.
This is Mo, Larry, and Curly. These are my buddies. Apparently, you didn't read the dress code coming in. Now, were you in a strip poker game in line? Look at this guy. The guy is half naked. The man is half naked. Listen to this, folks. ABC has announced that this fall it's bringing back the Wonderful World of Disney. It's coming back on television. Of course, they're going to update it for the 90s. Like Snow White, of course, will no longer be a virgin. Bambi doesn't wear fur anymore. And the minute, the prince awakens Sleeping Beauty with a kiss, boom, she hits him with a sexual harassment suit. So it's a whole, it's trying to make it a little more updated, Oh. Here's something interesting. HBO has announced it's filming a new movie called Silicone Wars. It's a movie about the history of the breast implant in America.
Really?
It's the history of breast implants. Critics are calling it the Good Feel Movie of the Year. Yeah. The Good Feel Movie of the Year. And some happy news. Melrose Place star Heather Locklear, the beautiful Heather Locklear, pregnant. That's very exciting. Heather Locklear's pregnant. Very excited for her. In fact, I understand these days she's throwing up now even before she sees the scripts. So. Just making friends tonight, aren't I, Kim? Now, funny, here's something I bet you didn't know. Listen to this. Do you know if you hold a breast implant up to your ear, you can hear Baywatch? Did you know that? Well, you know, folks, with all the celebrity scandals in the news, sales of the tabloids have just skyrocketed. Papers like The Globe, The Star, The Inquirer, but they can't possibly handle all the scandals that are out there. That's why we here at The Tonight Show have started our very own tabloid, The Tonight Show Tatler. Now, Joey, hand me that magazine. There's no music there, I guess.
I don't know. You want music, Jay?
No. I just sometimes The Tonight Show Tatler. And then you get a little, like, thing, and that kind of...
little introduction into
Yeah, like a show and tell thing.
All right, here we go.
Like, you know, we started our own, The Tonight Show Tatler. Of course, now it has to be funny. That's the only trouble with it. Well, here's a preview of some of the stories we're going to be breaking first. Watch your monitor. You know, we got an exclusive. We're lucky. We got the exclusive interview with Frank Gifford on this whole thing. You know, he defended himself by saying, I just made that tape trying to win $10,000 on America's Funniest Home Video. See, there it is. Pretty much there. What else we have in here? Here's another one. All right. New York developer Donald Trump is the subject of this next story. Yeah, we'll show it on the monitor. See that? Donald Trump marries self. That's the latest one, huh? Oh, here, look, you know, our international correspondent, here's one from our foreign bureau. Look at this, it says, blood found in Boris Yeltsin's alcohol stream. Look at this. Well, this next story should come as no surprise. Look at this. Tony Randall says, I take 15 cold showers a day. Oh, this one here. Finally, the last story. This seems almost made up. Look at this. Virgin found at Kennedy compound. What are the odds? What are the odds of that, ladies and gentlemen? We have a terrific show for you tonight. Mr. Warmth, the great, the legendary, one of my all-time favorites, Don Rickles. Don Rickles. From Melrose Place, you saw in last night's cliffhanger, Laura Leighton is here. Laura Leighton is here. Did you see the big crash? Show the crash. Show the crash last night, and you'll find out. Here she is. Oh, man, that's... No. That's a tough break, boy. I tell you, getting... Oh, man, that's... Yeah. Tough break getting nailed in the wedding dress, isn't it?
That's bad.
Yeah, just done that hem up. She wouldn't have stepped in front of the car. But what do you think? Is she dead or alive? What do you think, folks? Think she's really dead? You don't think she's coming back? You think she's coming back or not? No, you see, now look at her. Oh, she's coming back. She's coming back. You think they're going to throw money out? You think she's coming back? All right, she will tell us tonight whether she's actually dead there or not. You say she's coming back, right? Because she's a big star and it's a hit show? She's got to be alive? You think so? You think so? All right, we will answer. She will tell us tonight. This is the only place you will hear it. You will find out tonight whether she actually got nailed by that car or it's just like bad grass stains or something. And from Roy, Montana, this man, one-man graduating class of 19, the only kid in it. Imagine that. In fact, for his senior class prank, he had to give himself a wedgie. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, Joe Huber is here. Take a look at his, here he is at his graduating ceremony. Look at this. He's the only kid. The only kid. Oh, man. Folks, we'll be right back.
The Tonight Show with Jay Leno, in association with Nokia. The Tonight Show with Jay Leno, in association with Nokia.
Now, folks, last weekend I went down to New Orleans, and I noticed two things really stand out about this town. Sex and food. That's like the whole thing in this town. Like incredible food and like attractive people walking all over. I mean, it's just very intense city. So we decided to just talk to folks around Bourbon Street and French Quarter and everything about the correlation between sex and food. Here's what people had to say. Do you think there's any correlation between sex and food?
Absolutely.
Really? Now, what would the correlation be, do you think?
Well, you have a sexy dinner, you have a sexy night.
All right, now you're in New Orleans. It's the big thing here, sex and food. What would a sexy dinner be?
Oh, lobster, champagne, strawberries covered with chocolate.
Now, what would you have if you were paying? So what would be a sexy food?
French fries.
French fries? So you eat French fries, that
Gets me excited, yeah.
What's the sexy food you use?
Banana split.
Banana split? How about you?
Same thing.
What would be a sexy food?
Oysters.
Okay.
What is it?
Oysters.
Oysters? So if you want to get him in the mood, you feed him oysters?
We've been married for a long time.
How long is a long time?
About 25 years.
Oh, 25 years? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what do
Yeah,
you
so
eat, like 3 or 4 bushels of oysters? just back the truck
Yeah,
up?
they just back the truck up and we just eat them all night.
Are there any foods?
Great for them. It's pretty fun for you, too.
The Tonight Show with Jay Leno, in association with Nokia.
Welcome back. Don Rickles is on his way out from Melrose Place. Laura Leighton also. How many people think she's dead? She is never coming back on the show again. How many people think, nah, it's like a TV hype, she'll be back in September? All right. There we go. We'll find out. She will tell us. And one of the smallest graduating classes. How can it be smaller? It's not one of the smallest. If it's one, how can it be smaller than that? It's the smallest. All right. From Roy, Montana, Joe Huber. Joe Huber is here as well. Okay. My first guest, a good friend and a comedy legend. I thought he was still alive. He'll be at the Desert Inn in Las Vegas starting this Friday, May 23rd through the 25th. Please welcome the man they call the Last Don, Don Rickles, ladies and gentlemen. Don, have a seat.
Santini called. I bring you a message of love and friendship and no drugs.
No drugs.
What? One moron in the audience. No drugs? Good evening. Thank you for your wonderful reception, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, you're a comedy legend. So what does a legend do? What kind of things? You're a legend now. What kind of things
Comes
do you
on
do?
a show like this that's not doing well. That's what a legend does. Tries to bail out while these people are off from school or what have you. It's a smart she crowd. There's a guy sitting here in his jock. I mean, you got the class of the world. These are wonderful young people. And a couple of elders sitting there going, we're in the wrong place. I thought it was Bob Barker. But this is wonderful, Jay, to see you again. It's always a pleasure.
Good to see you.
I've been doing a lot of things, keeping your name alive in the East.
Good, good. You were back east? Where were you in the East?
In the East, I was in Pakistan,
I guess
Egypt, and I did about 20 minutes in Cairo, and I was great.
you go where you're popular. That's what I say.
That's it. Go where you're popular.
Yeah, right.
There you go, with that Nazi personality, bringing it out of there. Always turning on me. No, I had a wonderful time. I went to the, my wife and I, we were on our way to Montreal. We went to Plaza de Arts.
Yeah.
Canada, vive la Canada, Quebec, yeah. Wonderful, that's why you got those seats. Anyway, no, kiss my hockey puck. No, Canada's great.
Yeah.
You'll get your own country and you'll live in Paris, whatever the hell you want to do, I don't know. But it's a whole thing up there, you know, with Quebec trying to be France.
So you're on your way to Toronto.
Yeah, that's right. What are you, a highway director?
I don't know. You said
Yeah, don't cross the double yellow line, make a left. Anyway, so I was on my way to Montreal, and my wife said, we've never been to Kentucky Derby. And the Barnstable family, what are you, a seal?
Wait a minute, you're on your way to Toronto and you go to the Kentucky Derby?
Yeah, no, we're on our way to Montreal.
Oh, Montreal. What do you have, one of those Greyhound bus things where you got to stop in the different towns on your way to Montreal?
Is this a test? When you hear the bell, go to history. Anyway, so we went on to Kentucky, the Barnstable family.
Yes.
And the Louisville police, Mike and Joe, and no, the cops were great. We had a police escort as soon as we arrived. You're not into horses, and neither am I, but we started to learn. I bet on the Crypto Star, who was still...
Star?
Well, I think it's Crypto Star. That's the name of the horse.
Oh, okay.
And he's still in the paddock going...
Now, you don't seem like a gambling man. Are you a big gambler? You like
I married my wife. Boo, what are you laughing at? You don't sleep with her. I do, for crying out loud. How would you like to have a Jew wife that just lays there every night going, jewelry, jewelry? It's not easy. So we went, and the Louisville police were great.
Yeah.
And the Barnstable family gave a big party.
Now, why would the police? Why did you need the police to go to the...
Because a lot of people know me, Jay. It's not like you, where nobody bothers you. People know me. I mean, they had Lonnie Anderson was there. There were quite a few. The girl, Morgan. Well, I'm trying to think who it is.
Lori Morgan?
Lori Morgan, right. Good. Lori Morgan and George Strait.
George Strait. The country western
You know
star.
George. He's a lot of fun, George.
Yeah.
Being with George is like being alone. No, he's a great guy. He puts on the cowboy hat and just sits there and sucks on weeds. Whatever that means. But,
I think I know what it means. But
no,
go ahead,
he's a delightful guy. I love him. And we had a great time. I kept telling him, you know, how do you feel, George? And he kept saying, my father went to the ranch and my brother died. So, I gave him a cookie and it went away. I don't know what the hell it was doing. But we had a wonderful time, and we were great, and then we had a big party, and Pat Day, the jockey, you know, we got to know him.
I don't know that.
But the jockeys, you know, they're great, but they keep running into your fly. You know, I don't mind when a guy's short, but, you know, I was standing there at the cocktail party and went, who's that? Oh, it's you. Oh, how are you?
Now, where do you stay? Do they put you up in, like, the
No, I stay in a barn.
Oh, well.
Stay in a hotel. Where do I stay?
I don't know. Is it a...
Stay out on the highway going, hey, Charlie, help us, eh? I stay in a hotel, beautiful hotel. And Louisville, have you ever been to Louisville?
Many times. Lovely, lovely town.
You've never been to Louisville. Your name didn't come up once.
I've been there many times.
Where'd you stay?
I played a club called Shirley's there years on Shelbyville Road.
Oh, I know it. And by the way, Laverne's pressing charges.
Really?
You think Frank Gifford has a problem. But I got to tell you that it was great to be in Kentucky. And then we went up to the President's Club.
Yeah.
You know, Churchill Downs is the oldest track in the world, and it's fantastic. And I went up there, and knowing you and I go back a lot of years, and I always introduce myself, as you do, and I always said, and everybody's standing around, and I walked up to a guy, and I said, hi, I'm Don Rickles. I said, what is your name? He said, my name is John. I said, hi, John. I said, what do you do, John? He said, I'm Secretary of the Navy. And I was in the Navy when I was a young kid, and I said, where were you 50 years ago? You could have got me out, because I went overseas, and I said, I do jokes and comedy, and they sent me to the Philippines, and those Japanese guys were shooting at me, and I had nothing against them. In fact, I buy all their toys. I had nothing against them. I really didn't. You know, they kept saying, hello, Joe, hello, Joe. And I kept saying, hey, guys, I love you. Here, the little train. I bought this train from you guys. Where's the Joe? Where's the Joe? And they tried to pick me off a few times.
Now your daughter got married recently.
Yes, she did. Yeah. Thank God. She's happily married now. She was a beautiful girl. Yeah. 30 years old, never married.
And I was not invited to the wedding.
Well, you were going to give a cheap gift.
Well, I think
she doesn't need a hanky for her husband.
Well, I think if she saw me there, it might have caused some problems. But anyway, go ahead. Go ahead.
Right, sure. No, you got Avis. You got a lovely wife who's not here. She's in Europe, working around France, I understand. Hey, that's what he told me. The woman went to, why is this, what is this? I get the feeling I'm in Russia and they found out I'm a bad guy or something. You people, for the money you're paying, I'm a riot.
So tell me about, do you like your new son-in-law? Nice guy?
Wonderful guy.
Yeah,
His name is Ed Mann. He's a wonderful guy. He just sits around with me in the living room and keeps saying, hi, Dad. That's when I start to spit up and feel I'm old. But he's a wonderful young man, and they're very, very happy.
Now, did you cry at the wedding? Because I know you. You're a very emotional guy. Did you cry at the wedding? Who cried? More, you or Barbara? Come on, be honest. Tell me.
Well, naturally, my wife cried, and I just leaned over next to him and went, thank God you're getting her out of the house. And I knew he was going to go for a few dollars, and so I was saved, because I got tired of saying, okay, Gucci, shoes, boom. Because my daughter is a wonderful girl that loves the good things in life.
Yeah, very nice.
Now Ed's going to take care of that, so I don't have to worry anymore. I just have to watch the wife lay in the bed and say, I think I'll... And then they take the pillow and go...
Let me ask you about this. Now, we premiered your new commercial on the show tonight, the Bud Light commercial with the guys. Well, that's it. Wait, show, for those that missed it, show a couple of seconds of Don. Here he is.
Nicely done. Fun to watch. Make it a Bud Light.
Now, how are those guys to, what were they like, the Bud Light guys? Are they nice guys?
Well, yeah, but, you know, they wanted to hug me and dance with me and kiss me and hang out. And they're all straight guys, but, you know, they got a problem. They get lonely.
Yeah.
And, you know, I don't need that. I had that when I was a young kid in the Navy, but we didn't know what that was then.
Do you enjoy dancing? Are you a good dancer?
You kidding? When Fred Astaire died, his last words were, Rickles.
So you're a pretty good dancer.
The best.
Can you dance a little bit for us now?
Well,
in fact, you know, unbeknownst to you, I brought somebody in to dance with you. Guys, come on out. Guys. We'll be right back right after this.
The Tonight Show with Jay Leno, in association with Nokia. The Tonight Show with Jay Leno, in association with Nokia.
My next guest, a beautiful and talented actress. Last night, she was part of the cliffhanger, the big season finale of Melrose Place. You got your vote in, right? We'll find out. Please welcome Laura Leighton. Well, very exciting. Getting nailed by a Honda Accord in a wedding dress. That's pretty
Yeah,
rough.
it's a heck of a way to start a honeymoon, that's
Yeah,
for
well,
sure.
yeah, I would say. All right, let's find out. We'll get right to it here. Now, do you live or die?
You know, a lot of people don't know that that was actually a real person. Not a dummy.
Oh, there's a real person.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, what did you ask me?
I'm asking you, do you live or die when you get hit by the car?
Oh, is there water?
There's some water.
Is this for me?
Yeah, this is sort of the anticipation thing. Now, you promised to tell us tonight. Well, let me ask you, are you coming back to the show next year?
No. Sydney dies.
See, look, oh. See, all those cynics. Wow, then that's pretty. Now, you were there how long?
It's been 4.5 years.
4.5
The
years.
show's been running for 5, and I was on for 4.5. So it's been quite a while.
Now, look, everybody's like, look, they're stunned.
I know.
They're stunned. Look, they're motionless, like when Rickles was talking. Look, they're motionless. Is it like graduate? So what do you do now? Do you move on to?
Well, yeah, you know, it's one of those things where it was a very tough decision to make. I had a great time playing that character, but after 4.5 years, I just felt like it was time to go and try and play another character. It was sort of hard to do different things at the same time as the show because we had such a long season and worked so hard, but so I just made a really tough decision, and I'm hoping to sort of move on and have some more fun, so.
Now, are you going to go into music? I know you're a musician.
Oh, I don't think so. I mean, music was something I did sort of as a kid.
I read in your bio you were a trumpet player.
Oh, yeah. I was a trumpet player.
You know, I brought this. I thought, oh, you're a trumpet player. Could you do a little, maybe a little taps for Sydney?
Yeah, taps for Sydney. I
Can you
played
play?
the trumpet when I was in junior high. You have...
Well, that's not that long ago. Well, what are you going to play? Taps?
you know, I'll try.
Try some taps.
Okay.
Don't give her a drum roll.
No, don't.
Let's see. Go ahead. Give it a shot.
All right, everybody, bow your heads, plug your ears. I'm going to try and play taps.
Pretend it's Star Search.
You danced. I figure I might as well.
I dance, sure. All of a sudden, we got
Oh,
an
goodness. I have to...
The new Miss America! Great. I think we've heard just about enough, young lady. Thank you very, very much. Well, that's... I think you can rule out music. Yeah. Well, tell me about your life now. What do you have a boyfriend? You have a boyfriend, don't you?
I do have a boyfriend.
Okay. How's that going? Pretty good?
It's very good, very happy, thank you.
Yep, together.
It's good.
Yeah.
Things are good, although, you know, I'm pretty convinced that my dog tried to ruin it for me when we first started dating.
Oh, you have what kind of dog?
I have a German Shepherd.
Well, at least that's a guy dog. It's not one of those little annoying...
Yeah. No, I have a
Shepherd.
good dog.
My people love those dogs.
So what happened?
Well,
Most guys love dogs. Does he not like
most
dogs?
guys love dogs. And my boyfriend wasn't necessarily a dog person, so that was something. And my dog, named Maggie, usually goes everywhere with me. So it was sort of a big deal the first time that my boyfriend decided that Maggie was welcome in his home. So we went over there for dinner. And I was really nervous, you know, I was just hoping that Maggie wouldn't do anything, chew anything, or do anything wrong. And so halfway through dinner, I realized I don't know where she is, and I better find out. And so I excused myself from the table, and I go down the hall, and I go into the master bathroom, which sort of connects to his closet and bedroom area, and I'm looking for her. And right there in the center of the closet floor, Maggie has taken a huge dump. And I'm like, oh my God. So and it smells. So I'm like
I
mortified.
took that for granted.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Just figured. So I'm like opening the window and I'm hoping it'll air out, and I've got to get rid of it, So I take a huge piece of toilet paper and I'm picking it up and I'm gonna get rid of it and I'm gonna throw it in the toilet. And just when I'm about to do that, my boyfriend comes down the hall and he's like, Laura, is everything okay? And I go, huh? And so I'm standing there, one of my prouder moments, that and playing caps just is how gonna go, word. So,
Let's go out for dinner.
yeah. You see how it has an effect? So, well, the good news is he forgave her, but to this day, he's like, think about it from my point of view. I'm coming down the hall, I come into the bathroom, and you're standing there holding a poop.
I think we get the idea.
How do I know the dog did it? Exactly.
Okay, I'm gonna catch a bus.
Yeah. Well, Laura, well, good luck to you. Good luck.
Thanks.
Thanks for sharing that secret with us.
See,
And thanks for sharing
I'm
that
lucky
dog
to be in
poop
the
story, too. That was
relationship at all.
delightful. Laura Leighton, thank you, Laura. I'll be right back with Joe Huber right after this.
The Tonight Show with Jay Leno, in association with Nokia. The Tonight Show with Jay Leno, in association with Nokia.
Alrighty, it's graduation time, and we want to invite one of this year's graduating classes to join us. Please welcome from Roy, Montana, the entire graduating class of 1997, Joe Huber. Now, where exactly is Roy, Montana?
Well, there's Billings, Montana, and then it's about 120 miles north.
North, okay.
Yeah, like out in the middle of nowhere.
So what's it like there? Obviously, very small.
Small, there's not a whole lot to do. Once in a while, at like noon, we get out and we have like a showdown.
A showdown.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have stoplight? How many stoplights? Are there a lot?
None.
None of stoplights?
There's none there.
You got a McDonald's?
No.
No McDonald's? Oh.
No, there's the school cafeteria.
Oh, stop. My mouth's watering. Stop. Well, how many in the whole school?
In the whole school?
Yeah.
There's 78 after I've graduated.
78 after you leave.
Yeah, that's K through 12.
Big problem with a lot of gang warfare in Roy?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, are you always by yourself? I mean, you're the only guy in your class.
Yeah. I'm all by myself.
So what happens, like, when you get in school, get in trouble?
Oh, when I get in trouble. I go down and I see the superintendent, and that's my dad.
Oh, your dad's the superintendent?
Yeah.
Oh, man, this is like... Oh, man, it's like a nightmare. What about your mom?
Well, she's the librarian.
That's great.
So they have a talk about it right there at school.
Why don't you just stay in your house and why bother even go to school? Did you all drive in together?
No. We walk.
Oh, you walk? So, I guess you'd be class president, wouldn't you?
Yeah, class president, class vice president, treasurer.
Wow.
We all get together and we talk about, what the class needs to do.
So, what do you do like for sports? Do you have sports in your school?
Well, yeah, but we've got to drive 30 miles to go play them. With the exception of track, and we can have track at the school.
Oh, okay. But then you're the only... Are you the only guy in the track team?
No, we've got the rest of the high school, Jay.
Oh, okay. So you got it. Oh. Well, like homecoming. What do you do for... Did you go to a prom? Did you have...
Yeah, at prom, we drove into Lewistown.
Oh, you don't have it in your room?
No. Mom would never allow that.
No,
Too many.
no. So, I mean, do you have a girlfriend? She must be younger.
No, I don't have a girlfriend.
No, there are no girlfriends available? Do you have to send away for one? Do you mail
Oh, boy. I have to say this. There's not a whole lot to choose from. I mean, there's a couple there, but, most of them are... Oh, come on.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
So did you have a senior prom? I mean, is it just... Woo! And then you go home?
No, there's about 7 schools that get together.
Oh, 7 schools. What is that, like 9 kids? How much is that?
No, with 7 schools, we get about, 150, maybe 200 people.
Well, that's
together.
good. Well, that's good. Now, did you have a date? How did you...
I got fixed up with the girl that I knew in Lewistown.
Oh, okay. Now, someone else? Your
Yeah.
parents arrange that? How's that?
No, parents don't arrange a whole lot.
Oh.
Just my friends, you know.
Well, actually, I have a bit of a surprise for you. I thought you might get a kick of this.
A surprise.
I found another one-person graduating class. This is from Jeffrey City, Wyoming. She's the only girl, same as you, in her class. I thought maybe I'd get you two together. Mindy McIntosh. Mindy, come on out here. Mindy. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. See, he's the only guy in his class, too. I tell you, why don't we talk, and we'll talk a little bit. Maybe I'll send you guys out on a date or something. I'll pay for it. How many kids in your school?
20, K through 12.
20 kids in the whole, wow. Wow. So now, what do your folks do? They don't, do they work at the
They're
school?
ranchers. They're full-time ranchers.
Oh, okay. Now, do you ride, Joe?
Excuse me?
You ride a horse?
No.
No?
I got passed on that one.
Oh, you got, yeah. Maybe you have a little Shetland pony because it's a small town?
I didn't even get a Shetland pony.
Oh. Well, you two seem to have a lot in common. Did you go to your school prom?
Yeah, right?
No. Oh. Now, do you think you guys would like to go? What do you think? Did you get a chance to say hello? Joe,
Oh, I haven't really said hello to her. So.
Hello, Joe.
Hello.
It's like a bad episode of the dating game. Now, do you have a girlfriend, Joe?
No.
And do you have a boyfriend?
Well, what do you have to offer?
Well, Boy, it didn't take you long in Hollywood, did it? Boy. But I'll send you guys I'll send you guys a Planet Hollywood, Beverly Hills. Just sign my name, eat, drink, whatever you want. Have a good time. Would you like to do that? That'd be fun. Okay. Now, are you going to college?
Yes.
So where are you going to go?
I'm going to go to Casper College. It's a community college.
So what are you going to study?
Veterinary medicine and surgery.
How about you, Joe? Now, Joe, what are you doing?
I'll probably go to MSU of Bozeman and either major in business or chemistry.
Business or well, this looks pretty good. What do you think? This going to work, Joe? What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a chemist yet. I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
This seem awkward to you?
I haven't been around girls that long, so, you know, out of practice.
Oh, man.
Hey, it's not like I...
Well, I mean, if she's studying veterinary medicine, she can explain all the basics to you. Were you class president, too? Were you the class president of your...
And secretary and treasurer and everything.
Wow, you two need to be like bosses of the world. You get along great.
But I get to be the boss, and he can be my secretary.
Whose side are you on?
Now, did you like being the only student? Was it fun for either of you? Would you have preferred to grow up in a big city or a bigger school? I mean, was it unique? I mean, did you feel like you gained something from it, or did it seem like...
No, I lost something from it, actually.
Yeah?
Lost all the students.
Yeah, I mean, that's, you don't have a whole lot of...
No, I didn't. I missed my sports, and I would have gone to a different school to play basketball and volleyball and swim, but I stayed in Jeffrey City.
Well, how do you like L.A.? Does it seem strange to you?
Yes. Yes.
Of course, the two of you, we're going to try and get you in a gang, too. That'll be
Oh,
important.
good.
Yeah, you want to try and get in a gang right away.
Do you think I've got a good enough resume for that?
Well, I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see. But listen, you guys, go out. We'll take care. Go out and we'll go to Planet Hollywood and have a good time, and maybe we'll check in with you again. Thanks a lot. Thank you, guys. Thanks for being good sports. Thank you, Joe. I want to thank my guests, Mindy McIntosh. And of course, Joe Hubert. Joe, I play kind of a tricky. I'm going out with Mindy. You're going out with the Bud Girls. Yeah.
Okay.
Laura Leighton, thank you very much. Thank you, and good luck to you.
Thank you.
And of course, the Bud Girls, thank you, guys. Very funny. Nice to have you here. And of course, our good friend, he'll be at the Desert Inn starting this Friday. The one, the only, catch him while he's still alive, Don Rickles. Tomorrow night, from Seinfeld, Michael Richards will be here. Former O.J. prosecutor, Marcia Clark, and the music of Robert Cray. Folks, we'll see you tomorrow night. Thanks for coming.
The Tonight Show with Jay Leno, in association with Nokia.